My wife demanded, "My mother is our new financial advisor. Give her all your investment passwords." I smiled. I'm so glad she's helping. Then I transferred my entire portfolio into a locked trust, with a single payout clause, to be disbursed only upon my mother-in-law's death. I, 38 male, am a pretty simple guy. I work in data analytics, I make good money, I save aggressively. My one complicated asset is my investment portfolio. It's not FU money, but it's not nothing. About $1.2 million. This is all premarital. It's money I made from stock options at a startup I worked at in my 20s, plus 15 years of militant saving. It's my retirement. My name, my account, my risk. My wife Brenda, 35, and I have been married for 5 years. Our day-to-day finances are blended, a joint checking for bills, etc. But our big assets are separate. She has her 401k, I have my portfolio. This was never an issue until her mother, Eileen, 62, moved in. She was supposed to stay for 2 weeks after a minor surgery. It is now week 6. And Eileen has ideas. She's one of those people who thinks because she flipped a condo in 2006 and lost her shirt in 2008 and watches finance gurus on YouTube, she's the next Warren Buffett. Last night, Brenda and Eileen sat me down for an intervention. Brenda started, "Julian, honey, we need to talk about our future, our financial future." I knew this was coming. "Okay." Eileen leaned forward, smelling like cheap drugstore perfume and entitlement. "Julian, I've been looking at your numbers." My blood went cold. "My numbers? What numbers?" Brenda fidgeted. I may have mentioned the approximate size of your brokerage account, and Mom thinks you're being, well, too passive." Eileen nodded, her face grim and serious like a doctor delivering a bad diagnosis. "Julian, your returns are pitiful, just pitiful. You're letting that money sleep. I've been running some projections. If you let me manage that portfolio, I could double it. Easy. 18 months. I just stared at her. "Double it?" "Eileen, it's invested in low-cost index funds. It's a long-term strategy." "Strategy," she scoffed. "That's not a strategy, that's cowardice. The market is hot right now. I've got 4 biotech stocks I'm watching that are just primed to explode. We're talking 500% returns." I almost laughed. "Eileen, that's not investing, that's gambling. I'm not interested." This is when Brenda's face hardened. "Julian, stop being difficult," Brenda said, her voice sharp. "This is for us. My mother is a certified financial advisor." "She is? Since when?" "Eileen, I got my certificate online last month. It was a 6-week course, very intensive." "Brenda, that's not a real thing. A CFA is a multi-year designation. What school was this?" "Stop attacking her. The point is, she knows more than you. You just let it sit there. We could be living, Julian. We could have a boat. We could have a vacation home. You're hoarding." Then came the title drop. "My mother is our new financial advisor. We've decided. Now I need you to give her all your investment passwords. The login for the brokerage, the pins, everything. She's going to start restructuring it tomorrow." The silence in the room was thick. They were both staring at me, expectant. Like I just say, "Oh, okay, here's the password to my life savings random YouTube lady." I looked at Brenda. I looked at Eileen. I saw the greed. It was so naked, so ugly. This wasn't about us. This was a coup. This was the moment I knew my marriage was over. It just evaporated. In its place was a cold, hard clarity. But you don't win this by yelling. You win this by planning. I put on a smile. A big, warm, stupid smile. "Wow," I said, letting out a breath. "An advisor. In the family. Honestly, I'm relieved. I'm so glad she's helping." Brenda's face lit up. "Really?" Eileen just smirked, like she'd won. "See, he just needed a little push. Now the passwords." Right, I said, patting my pockets. "But this is a big deal. We can't just do this over coffee. I need to, organize the accounts. Some of it is in old 401k rollovers. It's a mess, and I want to do this right to make it official." "What does that mean?" "It means," I said, standing up, "that I'm going to consolidate everything. I'll have my lawyer draw up the paperwork to make Eileen my official designated investment manager. We'll have a meeting. We'll sign things. It's a $1.2 million portfolio, Eileen. We need to treat it with respect, right?" Eileen puffed up. "Exactly. Respect. Professionalism. I'll need a new laptop, a Bloomberg terminal." I almost choked. "Let's start with the paperwork. I'll call my lawyer Adam tomorrow. I'll set a meeting for next week. We'll get this all squared away, for our future." I kissed Brenda on the forehead. She was beaming. I shook Eileen's hand. Thank you. I feel so much safer already. That was last night. I did call my lawyer, Adam, first thing this morning. Adam, I need you to set up an irrevocable trust. Immediately. Okay? Hostile divorce incoming? You have no idea. I need to fund it with my entire premarital brokerage account today. Who's the beneficiary? My wife, Brenda. Julian, that's the opposite of what you do in a hostile divorce. Bear with me. I want the trust to be managed by a third-party officer. All dividends, all interest, all gains are to be reinvested into the principal. The principal cannot be touched. Brenda cannot be a co-trustee. She gets nothing, no access, no income. So, she's the beneficiary of a fund she can never access. What's the point? The point, Adam, is the disbursement clause. I want a single payout clause. The entire trust, principal, and all accrued gains is to be disbursed to Brenda on one condition, and only one condition. Which is, upon the receipt of a legally certified death certificate for my mother-in-law, Eileen. Adam was silent for a full 10 seconds. Julian, he said, and I could hear the smile in his voice. You are a sick, twisted, and brilliant man. I love it. Let's get to work. We've got the meeting scheduled for next Tuesday. Brenda and Eileen think they're coming to my lawyer's office to sign the management papers and get the passwords. They have no idea what they're about to sign. Update 1 week later. Okay, so the meeting happened, and it was everything I dreamed of. I'm writing this from a hotel. I packed a bag and left right from the lawyer's office. My phone is currently a smoldering brick of angry texts, but I'm not looking at them. Here's how it went down. The meeting, Tuesday 2 p.m. We show up at Adam's office. It's not just Adam. He's brought in Mr. Qley, a senior partner from the firm's estate planning department. Mr. Qley looks like he was born wearing a $3,000 suit and a look of mild disappointment. He's perfect. Brenda is vibrating with excitement. Eileen is, my God. She's wearing a blazer with shoulder pads. She has a leather-bound folio and a pen. She looks like a kid playing boss. We all sit down at the huge mahogany table. Eileen starts immediately. Right, Mr. Adam? Julian has explained that I'll be taking over the management of his portfolio. I've already prepared a list of my top priority acquisitions. She slides a piece of paper across the table. Mr. Qley, without looking at it, slides it right back. That will not be necessary, Mrs. Eileen's last name. We are not here to discuss strategy. We are here for a signing. Exactly. The papers that give me control. Where are the passwords? Eileen, please, let the man speak. He's the expert. Brenda pats her mom's hand, smiling at me. I'm still the good husband. Mr. Mithheim has, with our counsel, taken a proactive step to secure his family's financial future. He has created an irrevocable trust into which he has already transferred his entire premarital brokerage portfolio. The transfer was completed this morning. A trust. Oh, Julian, that's so official. I love it. A trust. Good, smart, tax advantages. Now, as the trustee. You are not the trustee, madam. I am, or rather, my firm is. The trust is managed by stipulation by an independent, bonded third party. Eileen's face flickered. What? But I'm the advisor. You inspired this, Eileen. This is all because of you. I wanted to protect the money, just like you said. Indeed, the trust's terms are, as Julian stipulated, quite ironclad. All income, dividends, and gains are to be reinvested into the principal. No withdrawals of any kind are permitted. Brenda's smile froze. Wait, what do you mean? What about, for a boat? It's a long-term strategy, honey. Remember? Buy and hold. So we don't get any money? What's the point? Oh, there is a payout, a very significant one. The entire principal, plus all accrued gains, will be disbursed to the beneficiary. Oh, okay, good. And I'm the beneficiary? You are, Mrs. The sole beneficiary. So when does it pay out? When he's 65? When we retire? You tell them, Mr. Qley. I want them to hear it from you. It's the special clause we discussed, the one I added in your honor, Eileen. Mr. Qley puts on his reading glasses. He picks up the top sheet of the trust document. Ahem. The entire principal and all accrued gains of the My Last Future Fund shall be held in stewardship by the firm until such time as a single, specific condition is met, upon which the trust will be immediately dissolved and all assets dispersed, in full, to the beneficiary. Yes. And the condition is... The condition is as follows. Disbursement is to be executed upon the firm's receipt of a legally certified, state-issued death certificate for Mrs. Eileen, Eileen's last name, mother of the beneficiary. The silence. Oh God. The silence. It was beautiful. Her brain just blue-screened. You could see the error 404 message in her eyes. Eileen, however, processed it instantly. Her face went from smug to confused to a truly fascinating shade of mottled purple. What did you say? I did it, Eileen. You're my financial advisor. Your life is the asset. The longer you live, the more the portfolio grows. The more Brenda gets. See, I'm incentivizing you to live a long, healthy life. You should be thanking me. This is the ultimate buy and hold strategy. You are, quite literally, the buy and hold. Brenda finally rebooted. That's a death clause? You put a hit on my mother? What? No, that's the opposite. I'm incentivizing you to keep her alive. Think about it, Brenda. Every extra year she's with us, kerching. That's another 8 to 10% compounded. You should be making her smoothies. You should be scheduling her checkups. You should be bubble wrapping her. Eileen stood up, her hands shaking. You monster. You sick, twisted monster. You're wishing me dead. Me, I'm wishing you a long, prosperous life, Eileen. Every day you wake up, Brenda's future gets richer. It's a win-win. Change it. Change it now, Julian. This isn't... You can't do this. Oh, but I can. It's an irrevocable trust. That's the word. Irrevocable. It means can't be revoked. It's my premarital property, honey. I can do whatever I want with it. Eileen was sputtering. My heart, I'm having palpitations. You're trying to kill me. No, Eileen, that's just the sound of 500% returns on those biotech stocks you won't be investing in. It's called security. I stood up. Mr. Cole, Adam, thank you for your time. I think we're done here, ladies. I gestured to the door. I'll be staying at a hotel for a few days to let you process this good news. Brenda started screaming. Not words, just a high-pitched, "Ree!" Julian, you get back here. You are not leaving. You give me those passwords. I just walked out. Adam was waiting by the elevator, holding my pre-packed go bag. The house is in your name, premarital, right? He asked. Yep, bought it in 2015. She's not on the deed. Good, she can't kick you out. But probably good to stay away tonight. I've already filed a copy of the trust with the court. It's ironclad. It's officially out of your hands and hers. Thanks, Adam. Anytime, Julian. That, he said, nodding back towards the conference room where the screaming was still audible, was the most fun I've had at work. Ever. So I'm at a residence inn. I've blocked Eileen. I've muted Brenda. My phone has 28 missed calls and 52 new text messages. I'm ordering a pizza and watching a movie. I haven't felt this calm in months. Final update, 3 weeks later. It's been a ride. Thanks for all the DMs and comments. A lot of you called what happened next. I'm back in my house, the locks are changed, and I am officially, wonderfully, a single man. Well, in the process of becoming. So after the meeting, Brenda and Eileen went home, to my home, and apparently tore my office apart. They were looking for the passwords. They were looking for, I don't know, a magic wand to undo the trust. I got back 2 days later with a police escort just in case. The house was a mess, but they were gone. They'd taken all their stuff and retreated to Eileen's sister's house. Then the dirty tricks began. This is where the entitlement really blossomed. Dirty trick number 1, the smear campaign. Eileen predictably called everyone. She called my parents, she called my sister, she called my boss. The story was, Julian is a sociopath. He's financially abusing Brenda and put a bounty on my head. He's mentally unstable. This backfired spectacularly. My boss, who I'd given a heads up to, said, Eileen, this is a personal matter. Also, Julian's quarterly analytics report just saved us $2 million. He's getting a bonus. Have a nice day. My mom, oh my mom. Eileen, let me get this straight. You tried to steal my son's entire retirement and he responded by legally protecting it, and you're mad? You're lucky he didn't have you arrested. Do not call this number again. Dirty trick 2, the legal threat. I got a letter from a lawyer. A real, bottom-feeder, strip mall lawyer. It was a demand letter. It accused me of intentional infliction of emotional distress and fraudulent conveyance of assets. It demanded I dissolve the unconscionable trust immediately and turn over 50% of the portfolio to Brenda, plus $250,000 in damages for Eileen's psychological trauma. My lawyer, Adam, wrote a one-sentence response. We look forward to deposing your clients on their financial expertise and their initial request for Mr. Ming, my last name's passwords. See you in court. They never filed. The bluff was called. Dirty trick number 3, the ambush. Brenda showed up at my house last week, alone. I stupidly opened the door. She'd been crying. Julian, please, I'm sorry. I was wrong. My mother, she's crazy. She pushed me. I never wanted any of this. The classic, it was all her defense. Me, Brenda, you sat there. You called me difficult and hoarding. You demanded the passwords. That was you. I know, but I love you. I don't care about the money. I just want us back. Please, let's just go to counseling. We can fix this. Just dissolve the trust as a sign of good faith. Ah, there it is. Me, it's irrevocable, Brenda. We've been over this. Her face changed. The tears stopped instantly. You won't even try? After 5 years? You'd throw this all away for money? Me, no, Brenda. You did. You'd throw this all away for my money, and you did. Now please get off my property. She called me a name I won't repeat and stormed off. The final consequences, the real revenge. Adam filed for divorce on my behalf the next day. Irreconcilable differences and financial malfeasance on her part. Since the house is my premarital property and she's not on the deed, she has no claim. Since the portfolio is my premarital property and is now locked in an irrevocable trust that I myself cannot even access, she has no claim. The only marital property is the joint checking account, which has 3 colors in it, the furniture and her 401k. The judge took one look at the case, one look at the trust document. Adam submitted it as evidence of my reason for protecting my assets, and the divorce was fast-tracked. Brenda got half the furniture and half the joint checking account. That's it. The judge denied her request for alimony, citing her bad faith actions and the clear attempt to improperly access my premarital funds. But that's not the satisfying part. This is. I got a call from Brenda's aunt, Eileen's sister, yesterday. She's a good person and she's mortified. She told me Eileen and Brenda are no longer speaking. Why? Because the psychological trap I set snapped shut. Eileen is now living in mortal fear of her own daughter. Brenda, realizing that she will one day be a millionaire, has become attentive, insanely attentive. According to the aunt, Brenda calls Eileen 5 times a day. Just checking on you, Mom. She's been sending her articles about low-sodium diets. Mom, you have to cut back on salt. It's for your heart. Eileen has developed a cough. Brenda has been trying to get her to go to the doctor, not in a loving way, but in a we need to catch this now way. Eileen apparently broke down and told her sister she's convinced Brenda is trying to keep her alive just to make more money off her, and that every time Brenda looks at her, she's not looking at her mom. She's looking at a stock ticker. And in a final glorious twist, Eileen is terrified to eat any food Brenda prepares. She's convinced Brenda might hurry things along to get the money sooner. The very thing they teamed up to steal has become a poisoned chalice that has completely destroyed their relationship. Eileen is trapped in a prison of paranoia, and Brenda is trapped in a waiting game of her own greed. They both got exactly what they wanted. Eileen is, for the rest of her life, the most valuable asset in Brenda's portfolio. And Brenda is now the manager of that asset. They are stuck with each other. Me? I'm out the legal fees. I'm out a marriage I thought was good, and that part stings. I'm not a hero. I'm just a guy who got pushed too far. But I'm sitting in my house, my retirement is secure, and my phone is finally quiet.